Hey guys, this is Mace the Mobile Gamer, thanking you for tuning in to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. And this time I'm bringing you some Squad Arena gameplay. And I'm going to be sharing with you my 4 battles for today. There was 5, but I wasn't able to record the second battle. Something went wrong. So I'm just going to be bringing you 4 of my battles from today. And I'm also going to be sharing my top 3 tips for doing well in the Squad Arena. Now, having said that, I'm not the best player out there. I'm not in the top 100 or the top 10, but I'm just going to share what I find useful. And if you're able to benefit from that, then awesome. That's what I'm here for. So my top 3 tips for doing well in Squad Arena. The first one would have to be to pick your fights carefully. Whenever I see a team with Phasma and Dooku in it, you guys know just how much I love that team up. I just hit refresh and see what else there is. To me, I think Phasma is one of the best leaders. When it comes to Squad Arena, she's really good. So I'm careful when I choose my teams. I make sure that there aren't some really tough matchups. Like if you've got characters that do bonus attacks and counter attacks, like Dooku and Fives and Geonosian Soldier. If you've got all these guys all in one team, you're in for a rough ride. It's going to be difficult. So try your best to just get at least one of these tough characters in the team. It's not always possible, but do the best you can. So the first tip is pick your fights wisely. Don't just grab the first team that comes up. The second tip that I have is you've got to know your opponents. Know the characters on the opposing team. Know who are the glass cannons. Who are the ones that are going to deal the most damage. They're the ones that you want to neutralize first. In Galactic War, you can just hit, retreat, go out, come back in, and try a different strategy. But here, in the Squad Arena, you don't have that luxury. So you've got to be very smart and who you pick out first, and the first ones that you have to take down in the opposition team is definitely the high damage dealers. Take for example, you got Luke Skywalker, you've got Rey, you've got Darth Maul, and so these are characters that can just one hit your characters and can quickly neutralize one of your most valuable characters, your team members. So first of all, hit their glass cannons, the ones that do the most damage. Secondly, then I would go for the ones that can deal the most crippling debuffs. Like Sidious with his heal block. He'd probably be the second that I would go after. High on that list is Old Darka. As you can see in the battle just before, she was the first one that I took down because I don't want her resurrecting any of the other characters. In this particular situation, I go for Dooku first because I know how if you just let him live, he will wear down your team very quickly. Secondly, I go for Qui-Gon Jinn because his special ability can do a lot of damage. I'm not so worried about the healers like Luminara or Jedi Consular because I've got Sidious who will do a heal block, and as long as I can apply that heal block, I'm not too worried about healers. But here I've taken care of Sidious, Dooku, and then Qui-Gon Jinn, and now I'm going after Sidious. He's the next, the biggest threat, because of his debuff that he can apply. And so the first tip, of course, was pick your teams. Take your time, choose the right team. Number 2, know your opponents. know their abilities. The ones that are the glass cannons, you know, the IG-88, you know, hit these guys first as hard as you can. And that leads me to my third tip, and that is, you know, you've got to have at least one or two really high damage dealers in your team. I've got Qui-Gon Jinn who can do a decent amount of damage. I've got Luminara who's got a lot of power in her Force Blast. And the good thing about Qui-Gon Jinn, why I love him so much, well, I don't love him, but you know, I really appreciate him as a character, is because he gets in before, most of the time he gets in before the other team is able to attack. With exception to Count Dooku, who usually gets in with his electricity. But most of the time, if there isn't a Dooku, I've got Qui-Gon who jumps in first, does his special, calls in an alley, and there's Dooku firing off his stun. Doesn't work. Now in this situation, I go after Dooku first, and I managed to put him away pretty quickly. That's what you want. But Luke Skywalker, he is another high damage dealer, and he just puts away Qui-Gon Jinn just like that. So maybe if I could redo this battle, I would probably put away Luke Skywalker first. He's quite dangerous, does a lot of damage, and then go for Dooku. But you know, that's all good. And you see there, you know, Luminara and Jedi Consular both heal, but I've got the heal block applied to at least one of these characters. That's the awesome thing about Sidious. His heal block is incredible. Definitely a must-have on a Squad Arena team. So, you know, after taking care of Dooku, Luke, now I'm going after Sidious because of his debuff. And I'm able to put him away eventually. But guys, it's, you know, it really is a trial and error thing. It's something that you learn through practice. You know, there's going to be times when you're going to have a great winning streak. You're going to win all your battles. But then there's going to be times, there's days where, you know, you're going to lose battles. And it's simply because you don't have the luxury of backing out and saying, well, what if I hit Luke first instead of Dooku? You can't do that. Here, you sort of have this pressure on you where you feel like, oh, damn, you know, I don't have a second chance with this battle. I have to get it right. And, yeah, there is a little bit of pressure there. But just knowing who those really strong attackers are, the glass cannons, and really trying to neutralize those first. Build up your attackers, and they shouldn't be a problem for you. Once you down those high damage dealers, the rest should be, you know, a walk in the park. Now this is my last battle for the day, and I wish I could bring you, you know, 4 battles where I win, but unfortunately in this last battle I lose. It happens, you know, and I was hoping to be able to break into the top 100 bracket here. I should have went with the I almost was going to take the Ahsoka team, where Ahsoka was the lead, but for some reason I chose this team. Now this team has Greedo on it and Fives. I didn't realize Greedo was on there. Greedo can actually do heaps of damage, and I sort of underestimated just how powerful he was. But believe me, after this battle, I will treat him with a little bit more respect. So I try to take down Fives first because I think, you know, he's like Dooku. You know, he does the counter attacks. He's pretty powerful, but I barely make a scratch on him. So I decide to go for, you know, someone different. And by this time, you know, I'm not in good shape. I should have at least one of their high attackers down, and I should maybe have just gone for Sidious in the first place. But just the damage that Greedo did just then, that was incredible. And then I'm thinking to myself, man, maybe I should have went after Greedo first. So just that one hit, just you know, took care of Eeth Koth in 2 hits. I try and hit him, but he just deflects it, like, you know, like I'm a fly, a mosquito. And I managed to get him down, I think. Do I? Yeah, I think I do. But by this time, it's pretty much, it's too late. You know, I've lost too many of my key characters. And just, I put my defeat here down to poor choice of who to go for first. And that is what really determines whether you win or lose the battle. Who do you attack first? You have to choose the most highest damage dealer. Sometimes with Sidious, when he's a high level, it's almost impossible to get a hit on him. But guys, look, that's my 4 battles for today. I hope that you can gain something from these videos. This is Mace, the Mobile Gamer, thanking you for checking out my channel, my videos, and until next time, thanks for tuning in.